Hey everyone, how is everyone doing, huh? On this Sunday night, I'm doing my podcast on a Sunday, October 30th. Years. So basically, this month is gone, you know, and October is what? October is 30 days or 31st days? I think it's 31st days, right? This is how you do it. See this? You start from one of your knuckles, right? You said January, okay, January is freaking. January is 31st, right? February is not. Okay, so then March is 31st, right? And then April is not. And then June is 31st, right? July is, oh, wait. Am I doing this wrong? Jesus Christ. Hold on a second. I think I'm doing this wrong. We got to start from here, right? January 31st, right? February is not. March 31st, right? And then April is not. And then May is 31st, right? And then June is not. And then July is 31st day, right? Okay, so and then you start from it, right? And then August is also 31st days. Remember, August is also 31st days. And then September is not. And then October is 31st days, sir. And then November is not. And then December is 31st days, right? So there you go. So how is everyone doing, huh? I actually had to go to Queens. Why did you go to Queens, sir? Well, I I had to go to Queens because we have a friend, um, from where we come from, in the mountains, right? Uh, and his father had died a few days ago, and may his soul rest in, I guess, eternal peace. I mean, right? I mean, amen, amen, whatever you say, right? Whatever you believe, right? And so we had a bunch of special guys, from mountains where we come from, Gilgut, not Gilgut, sir, Gilgit, Gilgit, Hunza, Pakistan, right? All these regions in the mountains, right? So, and then you see Kilau, Iska Kilau, so good. Uh, and so I had to go there, right? And so all these guys were there. It was really good to see them, because I hadn't seen them in a long time. Although three of the guys who came to my wedding, but they come back. I didn't realize. So it was really nice to see all of them, in their good spirits, and obviously, this was an occasion um, where we gathered, and our friend was there, we said some prayers and etc. etc. Without getting too much into details. So I came back around what, like 10:20 p.m. And then I got this hemp. You see this hemp? So good. This called premium hemp pre-rolled, right? Premium hemp pre-rolled. It's one of those joints, right? Pretty good, really good. It's good. Hemp is good for your health because it doesn't make you high, or it's not like marijuana. It's hemp. It probably has like what, like probably like, I don't know, 0.3% THC in it, but mostly it's basically CBD, right? This one here, right? I was I was briefly listening to Joe Rogan, and he was smoking, obviously, right? And who was on his last podcast? Was it last or before, right? Because I didn't get a chance to actually listen to his podcasts. And so in any case, I'm doing my own podcast, obviously. And then, and then I bought a bunch of furniture, right? for my new condo. And so the first one that came was the mattress, right? The king size mattress. And then a couple of days ago, my my not landlord, but my what do you call it? Hmm. My condo building management office. They called me and they sent me an email. Hey, by the way, so looks like FedEx dropped something for you, but apparently they dropped it off outside the building. I'm like, what the fuck? Why did they drop it off outside the building? Weren't they supposed to actually drop it off outside your apartment or something like that, right? So obviously, freaking Home Depot, you know, I don't know. I'm trying to. I don't even remember who dropped it off. Probably whoever goddamn Home Depot uses, right, as their career. They basically drop it off outside, outside my fucking building, and the building has two entrances. One is in the front, right, of my condo building, and then one is in the back, which is where all the other condos are, right? I haven't even explored. I didn't even get a chance to explore, walk around, in my area behind my building and into other buildings where we have also townhouses and those brick buildings, really nice. And I see people like walking their dogs and whatnot, right? And so, am I going to get a dog? I'm not sure, but I just I was talking to my wife, while I was driving to Queens, because I was late, and I miss her, man. I miss her. I love her, and I miss her, and and it's just becoming harder. I didn't realize that. I guess I did kind of realize, and I had told her, listen, uh, my lovely wife. I mean, before we got married, right? I told her, listen, this would be the most difficult time of our lives because because Jesus Christ, for the obvious reason of she not being with me makes me even feel like I mean, without making an excuse, but I just feel like I'm kind of incomplete without her. That's what I feel like, and obviously she says the same thing. So we had to be patient, we had to be patient and wait whatever 3 months, 4 months, right? So and then when I got to Queens, I went to the smoke shop, right? I went to the smoke shop on Queens Boulevard, where the hell it was, right? Was that Queens Boulevard or one of those side streets? 108th Street, 108th Street, right? That's one of the main drags in Queens, I think, right? Rego Park, whatever the hell it is, right? And so I got this from there, and then I smoked this a little bit, and then actually make me feel better, make me feel better before I got in there, right? And then, and then obviously, we said some prayers. The guys were there, and when we were together, then we joke around about life and what happened, etc., etc. Especially if we haven't seen them in a long time, right? So I think they had either cooked or they had ordered like chicken biryani. Oh my God, that was good. You know, and it was good. It was not that spicy. You know, because my wife was like, "Oh, please, you got to eat and you got to blah blah blah." I'm like, "Yeah, baby, they're gonna have food, right?" So, and then they had nice salad. Somebody made like a really nice salad with like tomatoes and like carrots and and I think there was a little bit of lettuce in there too, and then I sprinkled, on top of that, I sprinkled like a lemon and and that was nice to just have a plate full of like rice, Indian kind of rice, and chicken, and then have that with salad and what is that yogurt sauce is called? Yogurt sauce, right? Raita. That was really good, right? Because I usually don't eat Indian food, but because I mean, obviously, my body doesn't handle what do you call spicy food too much. But it's good to have what. Because obviously, my wife, when she comes here, she's going to be basically cooking that, right? That's what she loves, and that's what she likes, and I'll have to basically get used to all that, right? Um, in any case, so I came back and I didn't do anything. Obviously, I need your time. So I had to drop off a couple of ladies, actually three ladies on the Upper East Side because they needed a ride. So I basically dropped them first, and those are old ladies from mountains, and I think I remember the house because her husband actually and her, both of them, old, kind of old. They've been living there since I don't know the dawn of apes. Dawn of apes? No, sir. They've been living there for a long time. On the Upper East Side, on Second Avenue, I think. Yeah, and I think it's in a rent stabilized apartment. Otherwise, I mean, I can't afford to live up on fucking Upper East Side, But they have been living there um, since I think like the 90s. That's why they have their rent stabilized, means they're not paying a lot of money. In any case, when do I have now realize shit? It's October 30th. Do I have to start paying my mortgage and all that? I had to check with the my HOA here, I mean the management, because I think I have to start paying mortgage. I think December 1st or November. Is that November 1st or December? I think he said December 1st, right? So that means that I'm not paying anything in November. I hope so. Except I think I have to pay the HOA, which is maintenance, right? Which includes parking, and that is about 800 and change, I think, right? And then obviously the what do you call the furniture? So the second furniture came was what the? Am I jumping all over? I'm sorry, I apologize. The second was, that came was what I was telling you guys that my landlord actually called, right? And they sent me an email. So that was the bed. It was the bed, and it's so freaking heavy. Jesus Christ. I was on the phone with my wife. I think, no, it came on Thursday, right? It came on Thursday, and the freaking Home Cheapo people, right? They left it outside the goddamn building. So one of the security ladies here, she's so nice, and she said, "Let me try to actually move them to at least to the inside." And she could. It's so freaking heavy. Yeah, she moved one piece to the inside, but all the other pieces, if you are building a king size bed, right, then obviously it's got to be like huge. So and it's a wood, it's one of those wood storage beds that I need to right here. I'm looking at pieces, right? I haven't even started like building this. I think I'll need help. Maybe I'll ask one of my friends, um, to help me build this because it's a freaking huge. Jesus, it's a huge. What do you call It's a big bed, and it's storage means that it has storage. It's going to have storage underneath. But I did download the instructions. Yeah, on this computer, and I was trying to print. What the hell happened? Jesus Christ! So I have to print that, right? Unless one of these boxes actually I'm assuming one of these boxes actually has the instructions in there, right? Because there are three pieces. Three pieces to the puzzle. Oh my God, Jesus. What are the three pieces to the puzzle, sir? Well, one is the bed, right? One is the bed, which actually is one, two pieces. Two pieces is the bed, right? And then the third one is the are the storage drawers, right? And then, and no, no, the second one is the storage drawer, right? Third one. And then the fourth one is the headboard. And it's a storage kind of nice headboard. And the, what do you call it? The color of the bed is like coffee, coffee color. It's nice. And maybe I'll do a video when I put together that bed. I don't know. Maybe not. I have no idea. But in any case, so I'm going to be doing that, right? And and then what I'm waiting for is, which hasn't even been shipped apparently, is the L-shaped, couch for the living room here, right? Yeah, L-shaped couch for the living room, and once that arrives, obviously, you guys will see. I'll be doing my podcast probably on that one. I might be here, right here on the island. I have no idea, but I think it'd be nice to actually do my podcast sitting on the fucking couch, right? Instead of sitting here while my feet hanging, you know, down down these chairs, right? And there's no headboard here, right? I mean, toe board. I need to install that freaking toe board. I think I said that last time too. I'll ask somebody to actually do that for me, right? And yes, I agree with my wife that, yeah, I need to save some fucking money, you know, because I have to make a trip and to meet her, I think December, maybe December or January, right? I'm trying to get her to Europe so I can meet her there. I can go there and just meet her there. Yeah. So if that happens, hopefully it does. And so um, I'm just looking forward, for her to come here and be with me, and so I can be with her too, because we are on the opposite sides of the goddamn globe, right? And so, for example, right now she's sleeping, right? She's sleeping, and I told her, sleep well, I love you. And so, yeah, this is the time of separation, for us, which sucks actually, but it is what it is. And so, I think after I got married, I think a lot of other guys are getting married too, which is good, because living, especially in this country by yourself, yeah, I mean, it can give you, or it gives you the freedom of, like, oh, you can do whatever the fuck you want, right? But then sometimes you feel like, I mean, really, like, am I going to just like fucking, be miserable lunatic all the time, for the rest of my life? No. For example, I don't even feel like going to even to restaurants. I mean, I was out yesterday with some friends, and I have to take it fucking easy. I'm sorry, apologize. I have to take it easy, and because she's not with me, and so I go out. But it's okay. It's okay to go out. But then I just like I get angry, and I have to take a lot of deep breaths. Jesus Christ. And so and I just have to focus on my work, and then the issue with goddamn QuickBooks. Remember I was telling you guys, excuse me, it has just become a fucking shit show. QuickBooks is a shit show, and And so I told my accountant that I have started using FreshBooks. FreshBooks is another similar accounting platform where you can actually have your invoices generated. I think I haven't done that yet, but you can also generate proposals and all that, right? So I think I'm going to do that instead of using the old school like OneNote. Although when I'm using OneNote, right, I have the I have the leverage, right? I have the leverage means I know which invoice is out and I know who has paid and etc. So, but the problem is people don't pay you, right? Even though you send them the invoices, and I told you it's a fucking hassle here, hassle in New York. People don't pay you, and they just like drag their feet, and they just, oh my god, especially if you're owning a business. But then owning a business is also good because you're working for yourself means that you are not like bound, you know, you're not bound to uh like a 9 to 5, office schedule. Although I have the 9 to 5 schedule, right? Oh shit, I forgot to buy a few things, which was well, I mean, I bought the what do you call it? I bought my vitamins and all that, right? But I forgot. See, this is why you always have to make a fucking list. When you go to a grocery store, right? You always have to make a fucking list, right? See, I mean, I forgot the, what do you call it? The paper towels. I forgot paper towels now. See that? All right, so, um, what am I talking about today, huh? Oh, well, I've been talking about a lot of things, but yes, I have to take a lot of. You there? Oh, the movie. What movie, sir? Oh, the greatest beer run ever. One of the most fucking hilarious movies I have watched. Greatest beer runs ever. I highly recommend. It's on Apple TV with what's his name, Zac Efron, and there's Russell Crowe in there too. Russell Crowe in there too, sir. And so yeah, that's a fucking great movie. About Vietnam, and I think it's based on some true fucking story. But no spoiler alert, so you guys should watch it at your own, ladies and gentlemen, and $1,000 gender associates, right? You guys can watch it however you want to, but that's a fucking great movie. You know, the greatest beer run ever. Fucking hilarious. 60s, when fucking Vietnam War was happening, right? I'm glad I wasn't here, in this country. But and then fucking Kennedy assassination and all that, right? But in any case, I don't want to fucking go in there. But so so that's a great movie. Yeah, I highly recommend. And then I've been watching. I've been watching. Oh, the other one I watched, which was if you're into like kind of like science fiction, right? With what's his name, fucking Owen Wilson. I didn't know when did he start actually making fucking science fiction movies? You know, he was the guy. He was the guy who you would expect that he would make some like fucking like miserable like a rom com, right? Rom com is that the right word? I mean romantic movies, right? Oh, for example, like fucking drinking wine in Paris and getting hooked up with somebody, right? With well, what was her name, right? And yeah, so he made a science fiction movie. It's called the what the fuck was it called, dude? Jesus Christ. Uh, the Secret, the Secret something, right? Hold on a sec. Owen Wilson movie. No reply at Crunchyroll. Please update your payment method. Crunchyroll? What the hell's Crunchyroll? Crunchy. I never fucking signed up for Crunchyroll. Update information. Looks like your account method is not working. When you travel payment from where? What the fuck is Crunchyroll? What is Crunchyroll, by the way? Jesus Christ, Crunchyroll. What the fuck is this? What's the best anime online in legal stream, including Dragon? Oh, so this is where actually I was watching the animation movie, right? Okay, Crunchyroll is an American subscription video on demand or the top streaming service owned by Sony through a joint venture between Sony Pictures and Sony Music Entertainment Japan's Aniplex. The company focuses on the distribution, production, and licensing of Japanese anime and dorama. Jesus fucking Christ. When was I watching this? I'm not into fucking Japanese anime. It has 120 million, 120 fucking million users. Jesus Christ. All right. Okay. So, what the hell was I looking for? Oh, new Owen Wilson movie. Owen freaking Wilson movie. New movie, right? New movie. New. Secret headquarters. Secret headquarters. Sounds like a fucking CIA movie, right? No, it's not actually. It's not. So again, uh, no spoiler alerts. Uh, I was watching that. I watched that, and then what else was I watching? Jesus. Then I was watching Duel. What's her name? Duel, right? Dual, Duel movie, right? Was that Dual? Okay, so Duel movie 2022, right? Here we go. Upon receiving a terminal diagnosis, Sarah opts for a cloning procedure to. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! So this is what I was watching, and then it has a stellar lineup. Karen Gillan, remember the lady who actually played? I didn't know that this was this lady. Remember the Guardians of the Galaxy movie? And so, who was the main character in there? Right? What's his name? Right? Chris Pratt. Yeah, Chris Pratt. And who is the other lady? Right? Zoe Saldana. And remember, she has a sister in there too. I mean, this is part of the fucking what Marvel movies, right? So she has a sister in there. I'm trying to remember what the fuck her name was in that movie. So Guardians of the Galaxy. Am I going to turn my podcast into like a movie podcast? Huh? No. But I'm trying to give you guys information, you know, accurate as possible without, bullshitting, right? So Zoe's Guardians of the Galaxy, Jesus Christ, Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Okay, so who's in there? So Guardians of the Galaxy is James Gunn. No, James Gunn is he's the director, right? A producer. Okay, so Zoe Saldana, right? She's one of the characters, right? Oh, she's Gamora, right? Gamora. And Karen Gillan is the what's Jesus Christ? Hold on a second. So what? Do you guys remember her character's name? It's taking me fucking forever to find it. Right? Plot. Here we go. Peter Quill. That's his name, right? Yandu is in there. Um, Hold on. Oh, Xandar. But Xandar is the fucking place, right? What's her name? Thanos is their father, right? What the fuck, dude? Why can't I find her? Why don't you just type in sir Karen Gillan? Oh, Karen Gillan, right? Jesus Christ, this right. Okay, so Karen Gillan through blah 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 blah. Oh my god, she's old. But in any case, so she played the real. Oh my god, she's old, dude. What? No, 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 no. She. Oh, wait. Glenn Close. What the? What am I? Dude, you're looking at the wrong person. Okay, so here. So Doctor Who, another happening inadmissible evidence, right before making a Broadway debut in the play Time to Act. John Osborne's. Oh, she's British. Jesus Christ. Hold on a second. Guardians of the Galaxy, Nebula. God dang it. Nebula. She played Nebula, right? But in Duel, she's the main character in the new movie, Duel, right? So in any case, sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to turn my podcast into like a movie podcast for tonight, no? But I haven't finished that movie, Duel. I'll probably finish that tonight, you know? How is everyone doing, huh? How's your Sunday going, huh? It's kind of late for me, you know, it's 11:42 p.m. And so um I'm just gonna do my podcast and then I'm just gonna watch movies and then I'm just gonna pass the fuck up, right? My wife probably she's gonna call me. Uh if I'm up, I'm probably gonna call her, although I want her to sleep because she was like on the phone with me, you know. It was late, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning there, you know, and I want her to get some good sleep, you know. And so no, I shouldn't bother her, you know, because right now, if it's midnight here, that means 9 o'clock. There, if she went to sleep at let's say 4 o'clock in the morning, right? She almost went to sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning, so she should actually get up like around like maybe I don't know midnight. And I'm sorry, Jesus Christ, I'm saying like she should get up around like noon, right? 7 8 hours of sleep she needs to get, right? Okay, so in any case, so in any I'm saying that is there any other topic I want to talk like specific? I want to talk. Oh, Jesus Christ! Elon Musk buys Twitter. Oh my God, that was so good. All these goddamn liberals, right? All these like what do you call it, the cancel culture bullshit. You know? And is he going to basically allow Trump to come back? I have no idea. But no politics, sir. I don't want to talk about politics. But since he bought that platform, right, Twitter for 44 billion fucking dollars, right? And then who was saying that he has fired all the fucking executives right after he bought it. And actually, I'm so happy that he did that. You know what? Because if it okay, let's talk about free speech for a second, right? So if it's really free speech, right? If it's really free speech, unless okay, this is what I say, unless unless somebody on Twitter is really trolling someone, when I'm trolling and threatening somebody, right? With whatever language, right? Yes, those should be banned, right? But if you are having just an opinion, if you're just having opinion, whatever the fuck the opinion you have, right? Why should you be banned? Well, isn't Twitter the fucking town square, right? Town square, sir, not Times Square. Times Square is here in New York. If Twitter is the town square of like the if it's the digital town square, right? Then everybody should be allowed to actually speak freely, right? as opposed to, you know, Twitter banning some people over the other because not because they had said something stupid or something, threatening or anything, but they had an opinion which Twitter didn't agree with. You know? And see, that's where the blocking and banning of people on Twitter has consequences, right? See? So I think he's going to basically make Twitter a real like fucking, a platform where nobody should be banned again, except if they're threatening somebody and then yes. Right? Etc. etc. I mean if they violated the law or something. Right. So other than that, I think he's going to basically make it free for all. There you go. I mean, I don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. Am I banned from Twitter? Maybe I am. But see, if you think like um differently, if you think differently and say, what the fuck? Why the fuck do I care? Why the fuck should anyone care about Twitter and what it does and who buys it and what the fuck, dude? Yeah, yeah, that's what it should be because nobody actually like creates what do you call policy using Twitter, right? Or no law is passed on Twitter, right? Well, I mean, it doesn't fucking affect me, right? It should not affect you either. I mean, if okay, so Trump was the president. I understand that he was like fucking, you know, uh, he was not calm, and he was like always on the fucking Twitter, right? But 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 if you think about it, um, Twitter has no jurisdiction in government or in anything. To be honest with you. But it had become this fucking like place where people will be coming to, right? And just especially these fucking trollers, trolling these people, because they have no other fucking life, and all they do is just like reply to people's tweets, right? And with your own fucking opinion. Oh, this is what it should be. No, 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 no. You have your own fucking mouth and your own opinion, which I don't fucking agree with, right? I don't. No, that's not how policy is made, right? And so I'm like, I, I mean, is that really like okay? Elon Musk buys Twitter. Is that going to affect me in any way? No, I don't think so. Not directly. I mean, I would still be fucking going to work, right? I would still be working on my projects, right? On my drawings, and my engineers would be going to the inspections, and we would be doing all that, right? So then what's the fucking issue with Twitter is that going to actually affect the politics? I think it is going to affect the politics. You know why? Because a lot of politicians are on fucking Twitter, right? And so, um, I think but here's the thing, right? Didn't I say that last time in my podcast that why do we even why do we even need these goddamn politicians, right? Okay, so we have congressmen and congresswomen, right? And also we have senators, right? Why do we need them? Think about it. Think about it this way, right? Oh, they represent your district, and they represent you. Who's my senator from New Jersey? I mean, how is that like? How any senator, let's say, representing my district here, or a congressman or congresswoman or whatever, right? How are they? I mean, we are paying them. We are paying them through our taxpayers' money, right? But what the hell are they doing in sitting in Washington, right? Yeah, I understand, there are laws passed and blah 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 and this and policy and all that, but for most part, they're just that bullshit. I think that's the truth, right? So then the question is, and I think I said this last time, that I think when we will have these sentient robots, right? They're going to say, no, 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 no more of these goddamn politicians. Hmm? Fair, honest policy is not made this way because right now anything is being done is biased, right? Skewed, skewed towards one person or one opinion, right? Just like fucking Democrats and fucking Republicans, right? And there's no real what do you call it? Transparent, you know, um, unbiased system. I think, and that's what's going to happen is that we will realize down the road that oh shit, maybe we are just wasting taxpayers' money on these politicians. Huh? This what is this like? Bureaucracy, right? And I think that's what's going to happen. And that's what's going to happen is that is that I mean for most part, government is run by the technocrats, not bureaucrats, right? Means people who actually work. Let's say that a governor's office are right people who are technocrats because they are the ones who actually come up with systems and they're the ones who run the office, the governor and the political regimes, and not regimes, sir, but you get my point. I mean, the political apparatus we have, they are just there to just talk shit. That's exactly what they are, and so that's what's going to happen. Right? All right. Okay. So let's change the subject because I don't want to freaking talk about go on and on about like it's not my fucking problem, about politics and politicians, right? But I'm concerned what's going to happen in 2024. Even now, in 10 days we have fucking election, right? And not even 10 days, sir. November 4th, right? It's midterm elections, correct? So Republicans are obviously, they are in fucking, blow. And then, okay, you know what? Let's just fucking not talk about that. Who gives a fuck? I mean, whatever is going to happen on November 4th, right? Or November 6th, or whatever the hell it is, whenever the hell it is, right? That's not my fucking problem. All right, so anything new in terms of like, technology and all that, huh? Any idea? You guys have any clue? I haven't actually looked at I haven't I haven't looked at like technology and all that in a long fucking time. But Musk denies planning Twitter job cuts to avoid payouts. Oh. All right. So is there anything that I want to talk about? I mean, in terms of technology and all that, right? Um, oh yeah, that fucking war is still going on in Ukraine, and why can't we end that fucking war? You know why? Because nobody has guts to pick up the phone and call Putin, hey, and ask him, hey, Mr. Putin, can we actually have a talk and maybe we can come to a resolution and a peaceful solution to you know to what do you call to this war and just end this, right? Nobody has the clue, nobody has the guts, nobody wants to talk about this, right? All right, so okay, forget all that, sir. I can't solve that fucking problem either. So okay, so there is something on BBC. The crash dummy aimed at protecting women drivers. Oh my God. Okay. All right. So I don't. Okay, well, um, in terms of technology, well, let's go to NASA news, right? I have these websites, space news. Let's go to fucking space news to see if there's anything. Watch NASA demolish a piece of space history in 10 seconds. Jesus Christ. Luminous supernova. Would Mark Whitney have survived in real life, and what this can teach us about sending humans to Mars? Oh, so who was talking about the other day? Oh, Elon Musk. And not Elon Musk, sir. Obviously, he's into that. Joe Rogan and Michael Shermer. Michael Shermer, he's the guy who actually the founder of Skeptic magazine, right? They were talking about, like why we are alone and what's going to happen, etc., etc. If we ever meet the aliens and blah blah blah, right? But in any case, I think I beat this topic to death last time, so I'm not going to go there. All right, and so let's talk about something else. How about uh, how about moon? I mean, how about moon? Oh shit! Here, Rio Mitra, the humanoid robot India is sending to space. When you think of Jesus fucking Christ, so these countries are going to send like these robots, humanoid robots, to space for what? And so it launched a 64-pound probe that smashed into the surface. Okay, so remember the movie, the original Blade Runner, 1983, right? Those machines, those robots actually, that, what's his name? That Harrison Ford, what's his name? Decker, right? Decker actually retires them, right? So they are the ones; those robots are the ones who are sent to who are sent on mission in spaces, right? Not spaces, sir. Who are sent on missions in space to actually colonize, not colonize, but I think they were extracting mines, right, for some precious metals to be brought to Earth, right? So those robots, that's how they were sent. And then some of those robots actually they went ballistic. Is that the word I want to use? No, some of the robots actually they went stray. Is that what it is? Stray. Some of those robots, they went stray or astray, and then and somehow I think did they actually? I'm trying to remember the fucking movie, but it's kind of like futuristic. I'm trying to remember if those robots actually did, rebel against humans, and they came back from those fucking planets, instead of like, feel it, instead of like, because they have a shelf life, right? These sentient robots, right? Humanized robots, and so they realize that, oh, yeah, they become aware that, oh, they are fucking robots, and then they rebel on those fucking planets, where they were mining for precious metals, right? Or asteroids or whatever the fuck it was, right? And then they realize that, oh fuck, you know what? We only have like 2 years or 3 years to live. And then they say, fuck this. Why these humans have sent us to do this stupid mining work here? Why don't we go back to Earth and spend our lives before we die? And maybe we can also figure out to actually live longer, right? Although we are robots, but there's got to be some software or some hardware that we can reinstall, right? So we can live longer, right? Longer than 2 years, 3 years, right? So they go back to fucking Earth, right? And they go back to fucking Earth, and then and they're trying to live like a normal life, but they know that if the humans find out that they are robots, then obviously humans are going to kill them, right? Because these robots are very powerful, and so they can actually hurt humans, right? And animals probably. Is that what's going to happen now? That countries like India, they're sending these like humanoid robots to space for whatever for the fuck missions, right? And then just imagine that those fucking robots, you know, they become alive and uh, and uh, and then well, come back without letting us know, come back to Earth and try to figure out to basically assimilate themselves into like human civilization, right? And then also not only that, but they're trying to figure out that, oh wait a minute, maybe we can extend our life, right? Beyond our machines and our software and hardware, right? And then in the midst of all this, while they're doing that, they have to basically, that affects us humans, right? Means that they have to basically, they have to figure out, they have to actually steal the technology that humans use to make them, right? And then while they're doing this, they will have to basically kill few human beings, right? So that's the problem, right? So that's the problem. That's why then people like Deckard, right? Harrison Ford in that fucking movie, and then later on, what's his name? Ryan Gosling, right? In the new one, they have to basically go after them, right? Those robots, because those robots can be threatened. But in any case, why the fuck am I talking about these robots? But in any case, so I guess maybe I ran out of topics. I'm sorry, I apologize. But it's already like midnight. Literally, it's like two minutes past midnight, and I think I should basically just close my podcast because I have to. Tomorrow is fucking Monday, and I know it's Halloween because it's 31st. But listen, I'm not fucking doing anything tomorrow. I'm just gonna come home. I'm gonna go to work, and then I'm going to come back. Right? I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna continue on my work. I'm gonna act like a fucking robot, right? And continue with my work. I have to complete drawings, plans and etc. blueprints. And then I have to send out the fucking invoices. Tomorrow is the last day of the month, right? So I gotta make sure that I have built enough money this month. And the money that's coming in, right? Okay, because I have to fucking actually run the payroll tomorrow, yeah, to pay myself and pay my engineers, right? Oh, one of my engineers, he said that he's leaving to work for a big company up in Connecticut or where the hell it is, right? And I said, yeah, that's fine, man. Yeah, you'll do that because you're young and you just graduated, right? I mean, last year. So make sure you make friends up there because that's what's going to miss. And that's what friends and family is. What you're gonna come back for. A place like New York, Yeah, you'll probably spend a couple of years up there, but then you'll say, oh, fuck, you know what? Maybe this was not worth it because I don't have any fucking friends here or family. And, every time for Christmas and for New Year's and for, what do you call it, Thanksgiving, no, I have to come back to fucking New York, Brooklyn, right? And so that's what I told him. But I, I wish him, the best of luck and whatever. Many of my engineers, throughout the time of my company, yeah, they have gone on, the young ones especially, they have gone on to work for other bigger companies. And I wish them, best of your luck. Yeah, that's all I can do. But, yeah, I mean, I might have to find somebody else, most likely, because, work has picked up so fast. And so, I got to figure that out this week because I think Thursday is his last day, I think. But I'll be working, I'll be working a couple of more hours, additional couple of hours. So, I mean, I'm always like, I have to, because I have to work like late sometimes. Even today, I was thinking, oh, maybe I should work on these fucking drawings. But then I didn't have time because by the time I came back from fucking Queens, it was already like 10:30 p.m., right? And then it was Sunday and I wanted to do my fucking podcast. So, I don't know. Again, it's midnight and I want to have a fresh start tomorrow, fresh start for the week, work week. And then my wife is going to call me. Is there anything I missed that I wanted to talk about? See, when I used to do my fucking podcast, remember, before pandemic, or even right after, I used to have like a cheat sheet in my phone, right? Topics that I wanted to talk about, or at least some of them, right? But now I don't. I guess because how to beat winter sad syndrome moment. Oh my fucking god. I know, right? How to beat winter sad syndrome. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Winter here in New York is so fucking in New Jersey, obviously. And now I think, oh shit, Sunday today, right? They're gonna set the clock back, I'm assuming, right? Means no more like fucking like, you know, uh no more like summer, what do you call daylight time, right? Summer daylight. They're gonna change the clocks and then it's already like kind of like fucking cold. I mean it's not cold, but we are getting there. I mean we will be getting there by the end of fucking November if we don't get a fucking snow. The first snow of the season is always nice. You can look outside the fucking window and look at the snow, it's falling and all that. But then I don't know what the weather is going to be or what the winter is going to be like this year in New York, but winters are fucking harsh here. I'm already like fucking, thinking about it and I'm already like, what the fuck am I going to do? So, and then this fucking thing was not working. I was trying to hook this up with the computer, right? The microphone, and it wasn't working. And I was trying to figure out why. And then I didn't have fucking time, you know. I was trying to get into privacy setting and all that on the computer, right? But in any case, so it's already 58 minutes, everyone. Yeah, hemp is good for you. Hemp is like CBD. It's not like THC where if you smoke fucking THC, you're gonna be like paranoid and you're gonna be fucking freaking out, right? But in any case, both of them are, I think are what do you call are medicine. They're like medicine, for your body. So with that said, I think that's my mantra. With that said, I think I'm gonna close my podcast. And you see my short flavor, Gilgit Baltistan snow leopard. Yeah, we have snow. This is one of our kids, right? From the mountains. But in any case, so all right, everyone. I hope you all are having a great weekend. And Sunday is already over, and I'll talk to you all next weekend.